just today they have released the nominations for the latest Oscar category, Oscars, and I'm sure most of you are wondering why didn't you do a reaction to it. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are probably wondering about that. The answer is very, very simple. I don't give a the Oscars, so I don't know. And seeing that, I never seen any points of reacting. Honestly, to be honest, so I was like, that let me just be I don't just react to the Oscars. Honestly, so if you because why I have not reacted to Oscars like in the last few years, this is why. That's why. But one thing I'm still going to do is to rank all of the Best Picture nominations. And this year we got 8 nominations, and definitely interesting ones. A couple of actually kind of movies on this list. I'm actually kind of surprised actually. And these movies I don't think I've actually really discussed on this channel before, honestly. So now I get about them here. So hope you all enjoyed this little ranking. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to see more content like this. I'm Samuel Wolf from Samuel Productions, and here is my ranking of all 8 2021 Best Picture nominations. And just heads up, I don't hate every movie on this list. My least favorite movie, I don't think that's pretty clear, honestly. So just, so take that with a salt. So coming in at number 8, the last place, my least favorite of the Best Picture nominations we have, and I'm not sure it's going to be unpopular, but at number 8 we have Nomadland. Now here's the thing, I still think Nomadland's a great movie. I still think it's a great film. I definitely am not really complaining about it being a Best Picture nomination. Like, I'm actually kind of alright with these nominations, so obviously, I'll probably place, if I place one, I'll take one of these out of Soul, and I'll obviously put that there. But I'm definitely overall not really complaining about the nominations. They were kind of the more obvious ones you expected. Again, I still wish Soul was on here, but and wish you also got No Invisible Man, but again, it was way hard in the Oscars. But overall, I still think it's a great movie. It's definitely one of the more interesting movies. I think it's going to divide a lot of people depending on what you come coming into it. And it definitely has some of the best cinematography of the year. It has an amazing performance for Frances McDormand, who easily gets one of the best performances of the year. So I'm definitely not complaining with her being nominated Best Actress. There's truly a lot to love and adore about this movie. For me, though, I just think it's a film that's just a bit too slow for me, and it's definitely one that a couple from the list I really don't see myself watching again. It's always one of those few Best Picture nominations that gets nominated a lot that it's good, it's fine, but I really don't see myself watching again. And for me, this and my number 7 choice are probably those movies. This definitely it's one of those films I think I more appreciate more than I actually love. Definitely has a lot to admire about Nomadland with its uniqueness and not really. When you think about it, not really have much of a story to it. It's just a film that its pacing makes me not really want to watch it again. But that's why I still do appreciate it. I still think it's great. But for me, it comes in last place. Now we get to the number 7, which is David Fincher's Mank. And that movie that I honestly I really don't see myself watching it, but it's not my thing I appreciate more than I actually love, but I still do love though. It's definitely on the weaker end of David Fincher, but that's not the same. I'm just thinking, Fincher, he's a kind of director. This is a film that definitely has a lot to admire and a lot to appreciate about it. A lot of it better comes with its directing and the cinematography, how it really makes you like you are in the 1940s, makes you like you are in that era, and it really works spectacularly. The acting is fantastic from everybody. I'm actually not really complaining about that. Gary Oldman getting non-best actor, honestly. So I probably would talk about. But anyway, yeah, this one of the films I think was definitely going to get a lot of nominations, and I'm not really complaining, honestly. There's a lot to admire about Mank. It's not one of those like very Oscar-based type of movies. There's a lot to admire with like 40s. It's one that screenwriters isn't Kane. The writing is still great. The characters are great as well and interesting. Again, it's just about its pacing that makes me not really want to watch it again. Probably maybe the only adventure movie aside from Alien 3, not counting that, and maybe the Curious Case Special Bum that I really don't see myself wanting to rewatch again. But again, I still do appreciate more than I actually like. But it's probably, like with Nomadland, it's probably a one done for me. But I definitely still love the movie overall. But do you think the films that I'm playing in my best films of the year? And like honestly, all of these movies I would probably put in my top 10 honestly. So Also no plus, man. And these was something I've actually given like 4 reviews on. I think I might I haven't really discussed really yet, and some reasons I didn't end up watching when I did my best list in that live stream, so yeah, fun about here. But yeah, coming in at number 6 on the list, we have Promising Young Woman. Now, my friends, this is how you do female empowerment right. Not just like every guy look like a jackass and say that women are like powerful beings or whatever. Like, it does it in a more realistic and meaningful way, and the message really does leave an impact on you after the credits roll. I know some people really really have a problem with how the film ends, but I think it kind of grew on me the more I saw it. Wasn't really sure how I felt about it at first, but it did grow on me. Yeah, and the directing also makes it work well, and I'm happy that the person nominated got nominated, and I'm very happy that Carey Mulligan got nominated. I was honestly worried that she wasn't going to get a nomination. Hell, I wasn't expecting to really get as much nominations as it did, honestly, but hey, I ended up doing which I'm definitely not complaining about. And she rightfully deserves that best actress nomination. The directing is great, the writing is great, the impactful moments and message tries to go for are fantastic. It really hits home what the message is and what it's trying to go for. The editing is great. It's a pretty impactful movie. Again, how do you do female empowerment right? Now, just overdo it or oversaturate or just jam it down your throat. It does it very naturally, and I definitely appreciate this movie. Again, it's not hard to rank these next top 6 movies, so by this movie only being number 6, I still absolutely adore it. Now coming in number 5 on the list, we have The Trial of the Chicago 7. Another fantastic film from Aaron Sorkin. I don't know if I actually did a review or discussed me on my channel, but I absolutely love this movie, and this movie definitely has gotten better the more I've thought about it. Aaron Sorkin once again knows why he is such an amazing director and writer, and he absolutely nails it here, and all nominations movie it deserved. And I think wasn't expecting Sacha Baron Cohen to get nominated Best Supporting Actor, but I'm not complaining. I also want to say no. What's expecting Borat, the second Borat movie to get some nominations, especially Best Supporting Actress. Just one gift sign for that. But yeah, Trial of 7, fantastic courtroom drama, so impactful, leaves a great message, and just isn't that really has it digging after the credits roll. The cast is fantastic all the way through. Everyone does amazing with their roles. And his directing is fantastic. He delivers so well with the material he's given, and he really hits it home. So yeah, he definitely deserves all the nominations you see it here. And overall, this movie is just fantastic. Now at number 4, we have a 2021 movie that's because, this one got Oscar Push Couple, so they decided to allow a couple of 2021 releases to be here, and one of them is a 2020 release, and that is Judas and the Black Messiah, which I did do a hashtag short review on my channel if you want to hear my thoughts on the movie, how I feel about it. But lately, I love this movie. It's definitely the first A+ I gave a movie this year before I saw Ray and the Last Dragon, and it's my favorite year, but this is even my second year so far, and I think it will be my top 10 by the end of the year. Because it is truly an impactful feature with amazing performances, a really gripping story, pretty talented writing. It really leaves an impact on you. It's very heart-wrenching that stuff is still going on. It's truly a one hell of an experience that I loved from beginning to the end. And it's crazy and I'm definitely happy with Darren Cool and Lakeith Stanfield getting Best Point as a nominations. That was a question. Who's the lead actor then? That's what I want to be talking about. Like, who's going to stand the lead actor? Because that's weird now. But aside from that weird thing, this movie is fantastic and definitely a 2021 movie that's definitely worth watching. Now, coming in number 3 on the list, we have Myrony. Man, the movie that really also gets better and better the more I watch it. Like, it's definitely not why people highly praise movies up to no end, because it's truly a realistic, emotional drama that really hits home on the messages, and right now you got amazing performances, everyone involved, and especially from Steven Yeun, who definitely without question deserves his Best Actor nomination. Something that he's finally doing something great after The Walking Dead. That's I was always rooting for this actor, and I'm happy he's really showing his chops as an actor. Yeah, and supposedly that's the first Asian actor to get like a nomination or something from what I heard. So that's also pretty impressive. And everything else involved in the cinematography and the directing is fantastic. It's made it does feel simple on the surface. It's one of the films that it's really one of the things really elevated by his directing and writing because it ends up being a lot more realistic, a lot more emotional, natural, and just that just really just makes you smile, makes you feel so much emotion for these characters, what they're trying to go through, and it really hits home on the messaging. Like if you have not checked out, maybe do so immediately because it's definitely one that's definitely worth your time. Now, folks, before we get to my top two on this list, again, if people hit that like and subscribe button, and that's one thing more kind of like this, and that would take a look to know how would you rank all of these Best Picture nominations down in the comment section down below. How would you rank all of them? And basically, what are your thoughts on the Oscars as a whole? Like, who do you have got nominated? Who do you think that's no? Who do you think should be nominated? Let me know down below. Let's have a lovely conversation. Okay? Okay, let's start my top two. And these next top two films are films that I'm actually kind of shocked actually got any nominations at all. I'm pretty sure none of us working these two movies to really get any nominations. Especially my number two on this list, and that is Sound of Metal. Like, I'm pretty sure none of us were expecting Sound of Metal to get any nominations at all. We're not just it was gonna be some random unknown movie. Like, it's probably one of those like unknown movies that a lot of people think should be more noticed and nominated the Oscars. But now it's an Oscar nominated movie, which again I'm actually kind of shocked by. But in reality, I am really not complaining at all. It is truly a wonderful piece of work. A film that definitely doesn't spread light and greatness to the deaf community. It doesn't try to make you feel like, oh, because you're deaf, your life is like ruined or whatever. And it was very easy for them to go that route, but it does it in a more realistic and meaningful way. Again, make you get into the shoes of this character, played excellently by Riz Ahmed, who, again, definitely deserved his Oscar nomination. I'm most happy this film got nominated for Best Sound Design because the sound design of the movie is unlike anything you will see in film. It's truly that amazing. The directing itself in general is amazing, the writing is amazing, the character development, the interactions, all fantastic all the way through. It's like even the music is great as well, the editing is fantastic. This film all around deserved every band nomination it has received. I'm not sure if I have reviewed this movie on the channel, but it's one that you all should check out. It's one that will definitely leave you gut punched. And this film belongs to along with Soul and my number one on this list, one of my top three best films of the year. Like, and also that ending. Me personally, coming in at number one on my Best Picture nomination ranking. It's still not anything I've read to talk about yet, but I'm happy I finally got to see this movie, and that is The Father. Just not so. No, my you have to see this. My number one favorite from the year is still Soul. That is still my number one favorite from the last year. I probably like will be, but The Father is easily a close second. Like, this movie surprised me on how impactful it was. I wasn't sure what to even expect going into it. It's a movie that just floored me from beginning to end. It's a movie that really it feels as incoherent as you may care. As it again is a movie that really tells about old guys being Alzheimer's, and he basically once the director's movie really one makes you feel like you are in the shoes of the character playing him, and it makes the film so unique and so investing and just beautiful to look at and watch and be just emotionally gut punched by this guy's journey. And by Anthony Hopkins, probably my opinion gets his best performance here. Like, he easily gets probably the best performance. He without question gave the best in general performance of 2020 in my opinion, and he is definitely my pick for best actor. Like, I would hope that he does with best actor because I think he deserves it. The emotion, the amazement he brings to the screen, like, oh my god, this is definitely one of the best performances I've seen probably in the last like 5-10 years. And I'm being dead serious. Like, I was so mesmerized by a lot of the emotion and the emotion, the passion, the heart he brought to this character. Just and it's just so amazing. And the directing is great, the writing is fantastic, the cinematography is beautiful, the score is great. It's one of the films I think you just need to see for yourself, and that really just hit me so much. And for me, that is why The Father is my #1 film, and it's #1 on this ranking. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed ranking all the Best Picture nominations. There was a lot of fun to do, and I would love to know down in the comment section down below, how would you rank all the Best Picture nominations? Again, let me know what films you think should have gotten nominated, what films you could have been snubbed. I would personally love to know down in the comment section below. I am Cinema World from Cinema World Productions. I will see you next time. As always, stay cool out there. Peace.